Hello, this movie is for statistics. We're looking at the content after formative 3, page 10. And we're first going to fill out this two-way table. So let's finish here. And then this would be 149. This would have to be 154 because that adds up to 303. This would have to be 424 in order to add up to 831. That makes this 147, and therefore this is 272. Knowing that, what is the conditional probability? So we're diving into conditional probabilities. That a student chosen at random is in year 10, given that they are a boy. So year 10, given that they are a boy. That's our notation for it. And so year 10, given that they are a boy, means that we are only looking at boys. Year 10 is 133 out of the total 407 for boys, which gives us approximately, calculate that, 327. That's the probability that student chosen at random is in year 10, given that they are a boy. I just want to show you something that's a little different. What if I asked you for the probability of a boy given that they're year 10? This changes a little bit because we now look at year 10 and we're looking at boy given that they're year 10. It's still 133, but it's not over 407, it's over 256. So just keep that in mind, that if you change what's given that, you will change the outcome. Okay, conditional probabilities. Finding the probability is based on a given condition. Given a two-way frequency table, you will use logic, and just like we did before, we were able to use logic. If you are not given a two-way frequency table, then you're going to need to use this formula. And it looks like this: the and divided by what's given. If we look at the previous problem, we got 133, which is the and of where the two intersect, over the probability of boys, the total for boys. This one we found the and, which is 133, over the total for year 10, which is 256. So the same thing's going to happen here. It's the and, where A and B both occur, over the probability of what was given. Use the two-way table in the previous problem to answer G, girl, given year 11. And that would be girl and year 11, which is 147, over probability of given year 11, which is 272. Actually, let me write this out for you. It might be a little easier since you're taking notes at home. It's going to be the probability of the girl and year 11. That ends up being 147 over the probability of year 11, which is 272, which is approximately 0.540. And I want you to see that this changes. If we look at the probability of year 11, given that they're a girl, we're still going to look at the probability of year 11 and girl, but it's going to be divided by the probability that we're looking at a girl. So this would be 147 still, out of the probability of looking or picking a girl, 424, which gives us about 0.347. So it is a little different when you change given that, what you are given. So let's see how this is applied. Pharmaceutical testing. We've got a study designed to test the effectiveness of a new drug. Half of the volunteers receive the drug. The other half of the volunteers receive a placebo. That's a tablet or pill containing no medication. So that means half. We don't know how many, so we're going to have to do a relative frequency table here. Half. And the probability of a volunteer receiving the drug and getting well is 57. We got to change that. We're making that 37. Otherwise, the problem won't make sense. So we've got 37 here, which means that not well, that's well complement, would be 0.13, because that's 0.5 minus 0.37. And that's all we need. Even though we can't figure out any more to this table, that's all we need, because the probability of well, given that they receive the drug, is the probability of well and receive the drug over the probability of drug. So well and receive the drug is 0.37. Receive the drug, 0.5. And we divide and we get 0.74. It's about 74% chance they got well given that they received the drug. Okay, pause the movie, try this one on your own, and press play when you are finished. In this case, we've got still 50%, so 0.5, 0.5. The probability of a volunteer receiving the placebo and having health improve was 30%, which makes this 20%, or 0.2. And let's try this. Probability of well, given that they received the placebo. That would be interesting to know. We look at well and the placebo over the probability that they received the placebo, which is 0.3 over 0.5, which is 0.6, 60%. No, it's pretty good. Not bad. Okay, press pause, try this on your own, and press play when you are finished. In the first one, we're looking at the conditional probability that a dog owner. So the probability of getting a lizard given that they're a dog owner. That means the probability of lizard and dog over the probability of dog. It's always the given that part. That's the probability you're getting. And so the and part is 10%, or 0.1, over 0.57, because that's the percent probability of a dog. And we divide that and we get 0.175. What is the conditional probability that a lizard owner, so this one's a little different, also owns a dog. So probability that they have a dog given that they own a lizard. So it is still the probability of both dog and lizard over the probability that they have a lizard, which is 0.10 over 22%. And that gives you 0.45 repeating. Okay, let's go to the next page. Relapse. Researchers randomly assigned 72, so that's going to be 72, chronic users of cocaine into 3 groups. We have antidepressant, standard treatment for cocaine, and a placebo. Results of the study are summarized. Complete the table. So knowing that we've got 72, let's finish the table. 24 here. And this is 1848, 14.4, and we've got everything. Then we are going to answer these questions based on this data. So I'd like you to pause the movie and try these on your own. Then press play when you are finished. Okay, so hopefully you've tried these on your own. What is the probability that a patient relapsed? So look at probability that a patient relapsed. Relapsed is 48 out of 72. So we do 48 divided by 72, which is 0.6 repeating. What is the probability that a patient received the antidepressant and relapsed? So probability received the antidepressant and relapsed. With the and scenario, we can see where the overlap is, and it's right here. So we're just going to use the 10 out of 72, which gives us about 0.138, or 138 repeating. Probability relapsed given the deciprime. So we've got and, where both are occurring, 10 out of the probability of the antidepressant, which is 24 total, which is about 0.416. Relapse given that they took lithium, and we do the and part, which would be 18 out of lithium total, 24, which is 0.75. Relapse given placebo, so relapse and placebo is 20 over the total placebo, which is 24, and that is 0.83 repeating. Deciprime given relapsed is and, which is 10, over relapsed, which is 48, which is 0.208 approximately. Lithium given relapsed is the and, 18, over the total for relapsed, 48. It's about 0.375. And placebo given relapsed is 20 over relapsed, 48, which is about 0.417. Okay, nicely done. Next is taking formative 4, and then have me check it when you get back to class. Thanks.